Welcome back. The Good Housekeeping Research Institute does not give their seal of approval until they have proven results, and they claim they can help you turn back the hands of time with a program outlined in their new book, 7 Years Younger. Joining me now is Samantha Cassidy of the Good Housekeeping Research Institute, along with Fern Richter, who says she is living proof the plan works. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
All right, so we were discussing a little bit of this before we came back on, and I love this. You're sort of the test panelist,
yes,
right?
Okay. In the book.
Okay, so there's a book, gives you tips on how to be. Well, let's start with that. What are some of the areas that you go into in the book?
You know, there are 7 key areas. So we have skin care, we have hair care, we have makeup tips, we have information on brain health, on de-stressing, there's fitness, and then there's strategic nutrition.
Okay, and then there was the before Fern and the after Fern. You were telling me what the before process was like, and I found this really fascinating.
We went through, in the Good Housekeeping Research Institute, they tested the elasticity of our skin. They did a test about how many wrinkles we had, even though you can't even see them, they're underneath. And so starting the skincare regimen was a lot more than I had been doing for my skin. So it was probably the toughest thing I did, but the best thing I did. I went from 12 wrinkles to 5.
That's great. And so this is part of what the Research Institute does in general. You kind of test all the things that you end up recommending or talking about in the magazine.
That's right. So in the product, we name names. In the book, we name names. In 7 Years Younger, we name names of the product. So anything that Fern's talking about can be looked up in the book. And everything has been tested to be proven to work. So many products out there make anti-aging claims. And, you know, it doesn't matter how much they cost. Some of them are very budget friendly. Some of them are a little more expensive. But cost was not a factor in what was effective. But we were able to prove in the Research Institute what works and what doesn't, and then we pass that information on in 7 Years Younger.
Well, you know, if someone offers to give you a makeover, basically, you're like, I'm there, great.
Absolutely.
But when they said, we want to test your wrinkles, was that a little off-putting?
No, it was fine. You have to know where you start. I think that the measuring and the weighing was probably more anxiety-producing, but if you don't know where you're coming from, you don't know where you're getting to. So it was all in looking forward and getting it all done.
Okay, so which part did you find the most effective of the program?
Well, I said the skincare. The other thing was the breakfasts of the program were so filling and satisfying that I don't think I ate lunch before 1 o'clock, and then had my lunch, and then sometimes I was hungry for dinner, sometimes I wasn't. Maybe I'd have a snack for dinner instead of cooking the whole dinner. The recipes are phenomenal, but Sam's laughing because I always say that.
But I love it because
fabulous.
She kept saying it, and I think it's because people who want to lose weight think that they have to starve themselves, and that's not the truth.
All right, so give us a little sneak peek. What's in the breakfast?
Okay, well, the one that I loved the most is 2 waffles, and you actually suggested part skim ricotta. I actually got fat-free ricotta and had more. So ricotta cheese and then jam, some sort of a sugar-free jam or all fruit jam, and that takes you for hours.
So you have the whole grain waffles, which are giving you fiber. You have the ricotta, which is giving you protein. Yes. So it stays with you.
It's filling. And then the other day I made the protein plate, and I sat there with all this stuff, and I was like, it was work to eat all of this stuff.
I love hearing that.
No,
you know?
It's a lot of that particular thing is a lot of food. It's like 15 snap peas and grape tomatoes and hummus and Triscuits and cheddar cheese and an apple. I mean, when you put it out, it's a lot of food.
You know, I think as people diet, they need to be able to feel satisfied. That is really what is going to help with successful weight loss. That's the big difference. Is you want to be able to. Anybody can take a finite amount of time and say, I can do this, and then it ends. And then where does that get you? But to successfully lose and then maintain weight, you need to feel satisfied. You can't be left feeling deprived and starving and cranky and irritable all the time. So that was really the driving force behind bringing bringing people things that satisfy, that taste good, but that also pack all the key anti-aging nutrients into the program.
All right, and just quickly on the skin, just in a basic way, you went from a very simple, baby, I do that too. We all do that, baby wipe, right? But you got more involved with that?
Cleanser
and
the
that's so much
serum.
work.
No, honestly, it's
a few minutes, right?
It's a few minutes. It's a few minutes. And you know what? The one thing that a lot of the people that we worked with for the book kept saying, it's for you. It's for you. It's for you. And I'm a mom, I work, I'm a wife, I'm a daughter. I never did anything for me. They told us to go to sleep early. They told us to, eat well for us. And the dinners you can make and your husband can enjoy too, so
there's nothing diety about it.
No,
these are
it's a lifestyle.
It's just children, your family.
Is it true? You mentioned sleep, 7 to 8 hours. Is that really?
Everyone has a barometer, but 7 to 9 is generally what's recommended, and it is really important because lack of sleep does disrupt your hormones, and when you disrupt your hormones, it can make you hungrier. When you're hungry, you're going to overeat. When you overeat, it leads to more diseases of aging. So
you have less time for the cleanser.
And you know what? You crave the wrong things when you don't get sleep.
That's true. There's research behind that.
You really do. You crave the wrong things. And when you get sleep, you go, I want a salad. And when you don't sleep, you're like, I want a cheeseburger and fries.
Well, Fern, you have me convinced. Thank you, guys. All right, coming up next.